Hello everyone, welcome to Callie's Groom Room. On this channel, we like to talk about all things men's grooming. So if that is of interest to you, please do consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any content that I do upload here to the channel. So just a few days ago, I was tagged in a video that I found quite interesting, unique, and something that I definitely wanted to participate in. So Tyler over at Simply Fragrances, thank you very much, brother. I do appreciate the tag. And of course, as you could tell, I accept. So what I would like to share with you guys in this episode are 6 fragrances that I find are synonymous with this channel, or at least when I think of my previous work, these are the 6 fragrances that I think of when I think of my channel up to this point, of course. If you care to find out what these 6 fragrances are, stay tuned. We'll talk about it. And at the end of the video, of course, I'm going to tag one person. Stay tuned. Let's start the list off right now and not waste any of your time. This one, as you may know from my previous conversations with you about this, Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme is what kickstarted it for me, not only with this YouTube journey, but also with my love and fascination for the fougere style of fragrances. So this one here, you have this bright opening, with that juicy pear, accompanied citrus notes there. As it transitions, you get that barbershop type heart feel here. You do also have oud, perhaps some woods in here as well. Just a phenomenal fougere. Great really for all year round. Performs excellent. In the summertime, I do recommend controlling the sprays. You can still wear this. It's quite dense, quite thick of a wearing experience, so just be caution there. Also, if you want to make a great impression, like you want to take a girl out on a nice date, or if you're interviewing perhaps for a new job, this right here will get the job done. Executes on every single level. Phenomenal gentleman fougere here. Modern meets classic in this take. Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. The next fragrance that I would like to discuss comes from the house of Tom Ford. This is Black Orchid Parfum. This was launched in 2020. I was very excited. I remember doing the video on this. I was very excited to receive this, talk to you guys about it a bunch. I love the fact that they took the original DNA, added some ylang-ylang, dripped it in some rum, I believe it was. Definitely get the certain booziness in combination with those florals. Definitely dark, deep, dense. That truffle on the end in the base there adds a little bit of earthiness here. A true complex niche style fragrance for a designer in that realm. And yeah, I mean, I love this fragrance. I love it so much. And for those of you that care, this was my most complimented winter fragrance of this past year in 2020. Of course, there in the winter time. I do find this, unlike the original that I believe was launched back in 2006, if memory does serve me correctly. Unlike the original, this one is unisex, yes, but to me it just leans slightly more masculine because it has some more deep and rich components in here. I do believe this is more of a masculine take, if I dare say, than the original, in my opinion. Of course, women can still wear this, but I believe it's just not as floral as the original one was. So if you think that one was too floral, don't be scared here. If you liked it but were afraid to pull it off, I think you'll be quite impressed with the way that this one smells. Get your nose on it if you haven't already. Black Orchid 2020 Parfum from Tom Ford. The next fragrance on this list does not need any introduction here. This is Tuxedo by Yves Saint Laurent. This one, undoubtedly one of my favorite fragrances in my entire collection. Purchased this one in the spring, I believe, of last year. Got quite a nice dent in it, Just wore this one a couple of days ago. Absolutely love this one. Dried fruits, leather, patchouli, adding a little bit of spice. What character this has. Amazing fruity chypre style fragrance here. I absolutely love and adore this one. Like I said, guys, truly is one of my favorites in my entire collection. Love this juice, love this stuff. In the next few months, I do plan on purchasing a backup bottle of this. I'm afraid that maybe it'll be discontinued one day. I don't believe that to be true at this moment from what I've been hearing, but God forbid, man. I can't be without a bottle of this. Absolutely love it. Yves Saint Laurent Tuxedo. Next, I want to switch it up, go to the house, the niche indie house of Kieran NYC. Kieran NYC, so their fragrances are very interesting, very unique smelling. Also, they're vegan, cruelty-free. Great story there that Mona has with this brand. Love this one. This one in particular is called 10 a.m. Flirt. This one is all about fresh, juicy, ripe fig. If you guys like that, what it does is it takes that juiciness of the fig and combines that with some green notes. Primarily, I get like fresh green grass. Absolutely love this fragrance. It is incredible. It's exactly what I think of like walking outside in the in that fresh, warm air of the summertime. And think of that in combination, obviously, with that fresh, ripe fig. If you guys are into fig, look no further. Sample this one, buy it. High quality right here, niche, indie niche, like I had said before. Very affordable, under $100 for this bottle. Performance is great. I get about 6 to 7 hours. This, I wear to the office. I do dress it up. I think it's a little bit more fun, perhaps a little bit more youthful, playful, great casual wear, but I wear this in any occasion, really. It's just a great fragrance. I highly recommend anything from Kieran, but based on the season that we're in now, this and Sunday Brunch, which is a tea fragrance that I've spoke about earlier, but on the channel, but I wanted to focus on 10 a.m. Flirt. Going back to the dark fragrances, I want to talk about Intoxicated by Killian. This, what a great opening this has, that Turkish coffee, green cardamom vibe. I find this fragrance very calming and very relaxing, but for me, it's just a story. This fragrance tells a story in the journey and its progression. So you definitely get that Turkish coffee experience in the beginning, but as the fragrance starts to transition, I get this feeling of being in an old home or perhaps like an old library. Picture that with the leather-bound books and such. I get all of that kind of wrapped up in here, and it kind of transports you to a place where, maybe people are congregating, having a drink, maybe a coffee house, but kind of gives me like an old world type of vibe here. Very great fragrance, very interesting, unique take on a coffee fragrance. Highly encourage you still to this day to check this one out. Killian Intoxicated. By the way, this stuff is super strong. Very, very potent, great longevity. I know sometimes people like to talk about Killian suffering from performance. No performance issues here. Great one if you haven't checked it out yet. Do check it out. Killian Intoxicated. The last fragrance that I'd like to talk about, based on the season we're in, I did grab this one. This one is Ege from Nishane. Absolutely love this stuff. Guys, you're sleeping on it. I don't understand why. This is such a fresh fragrance. It opens up with that mint. If you're not a fan of mint, that is okay. The mint in here is very fresh, very lively. It doesn't smell synthetic in the way that, it doesn't, don't think of toothpaste or, spearmint gum or anything like that. It's a true, natural, fresh mint smell that you get here. As the fragrance starts to transition, you start to pick up on brighter notes, some citruses perhaps. You definitely get this water vibe, this aquatic water vibe, but think more along the line of fresh water with sliced cucumber in it. That's actually what I pick up here in the heart. But don't think aquatic on the oceanic side. Think of it on the water side. Definitely get that feel here. As the fragrance dries down, you're going to get whiffs of that cucumber water, that fresh cucumber water, along with the citruses. The mint dies off approximately right around that 15-20 minute mark, somewhere in there. Fantastic longevity. My girlfriend actually, when I wore this last Tuesday to my son's baseball practice, my girlfriend actually left this shirt out of my laundry basket for 5 days to ask me what I was wearing that day. Soon as I smelled the shirt, I knew exactly what fragrance that I was wearing on that day. If that's any indication of how powerful this stuff is, there you go. Extremely long lasting. Control the sprays on this one. Nishane Hacivat. All right, that concludes the list, guys. I need to tag one person out there. Scott Aromatico. I would like to tag you, brother. I would love to see what fragrances that you choose. I chose 6. You don't have to. If it's less than 6, that's fine. If it's more than 6, that's fine as well. Can't wait to see what you put together. Guys, I love you very much. Thank you so much for making the decision to spend some time with me. You guys know how much I appreciate that. Until next time, take care of one another. Love one another, guys. Thank you once again. I will see you soon. Peace.